if we get to load in. Oh, I guess the lights are on and they're going,
and away we go.
I'm frozen.
Yeah.
This is not good.
All looks
I guess
clean
we're stuck on someone.
All looks clean in the turn 1, and ARS Lane is in the lead. And there's yellow flags of Rex Row and a Ferrari who spun.
Is your spectator mode working or no?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have to leave when you invite me.
Alright.
Or did that fix it? No. Alright,
As Rex Row is left the session in the
a little glitch. Apologies, everyone. We'll get right back to the action. Ghostly, it's all you.
Well, looks like the ARS Lane is still in the lead after this. Well, no, sorry. He passed Parandi. Never mind, as he gets a purple sector too. Unsighted Port is up by 4 positions, but FRA Pump is up by 10 positions, up in P8. Same with Sither, up in P10. He made up 10 positions from P20. As FRA Chile is in the pits. And so is Mitch, Danny, Rick, and Dallas.
Alright, let's get back into spectator mode and watch this race for everyone at home. Thank you, Gojir, for those kind words. If Burraps was the where's Burraps right now? Just wondering.
Burraps is in 19th place. Currently in the pits.
Someone just said if Burraps was the Ferrari, that's Spammy Riot.
Oh, as there is yellow flags in Sector 1 and Sector 2. But now they're back to green.
Alright, I'm just getting the please wait, so I'll be in there in just a moment. Hopefully a spectator menu.
Parandi is chasing down a lane for the lead as they're going in onto the start-finish straight, and in the turn 3, looks like Parandi's as Parandi sets the fastest lap of a 1:29.8. No, sorry. 25.
Chandler with a 5-second penalty. Oh, Chandler retired from the race.
What happened to him? Did he have
He retired in the pit lane.
Oh.
So Chandler's day is done. We now have 19 drivers.
I'm surprised that there's not a safety car yet, because there was an incident in turn 1 with a Ferrari and a Haas.
Interesting. We got a nice top. What is that? It's a top 4 battle. Top 5, sorry. With Elaine, Parandi, Fern, Edu, and Krispy. We have a big battle through the rest of the field. With one, my timing is frozen. But we do have a battle between Hump and Stubbsy. Stubbsy is completely off the track, trying to see if he can get a move done, and doesn't, which that would have been an illegal overtake for going off the track and coming back in that position ahead. Some people are throwing out yellow flags, as Luciano gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as Stubbsy made an amazing move to get past Pump into P12. But we also have a battle of the Honda engines. The VTEC of Alpha Kevin and Luciano are going at it. Can Kevin break into those points? With DRS wide open. Luciano also has it, using overtake compared to Luciano not using it. And to run down turn 1, will Kevin get the move done? He does! He's in the P10. That's one move done for Kevin. Zanav is not a lap down for everyone watching. He is not a lap down. But what's this? Krispy closing up on ARS Edu. Stringy saying this right here is the most goated league on Xbox. These are facts. I don't see any other information doubting this. But Krispy's still right there on Edu as we come down the back straight and coming after DRS. Will Krispy be able to get a move done?
I think Krispy's too far back to make the move on Edu. Because Edu is chasing...
overtake.
Yeah. But Edu is also trying to chase down the ARS Fern as he breaks very late into turn 1.
Daniel Ricciardo, is that you? It's late braking, but we're going to move to Edu to see if Edu's going to try to get an overtake done. No. But Edu and Fern and also Krispy is the battle to watch right now. This is the battle for P3, the last spot on the podium. And just for a quick moment, we're going to look at positions gained. I will say, I think it fixed itself, yep. Sither is looking great, gaining 13 positions up into P7. A great start for only being on lap 5. But can Sither hold on to it there in P7? Maybe even go up a little bit further.
As he's on the medium compound tire.
Yes. And going in, that'd probably be medium soft if you don't go to the hards.
Well, if he goes on mediums, I say he's going to go on to the hards because with Bahrain, with the two-stop strategy, it's really tricky to find pace, especially if you are doing two stops, because then you'll be more farther behind the grid because you will need to stop twice more rather than one time.
Stringy, has Krispy got his stinking line off? Probably not. I'm going to put it that way. I have no idea. Alright, no one taking the Lewis Hamilton line out of turn 4. As we have the nice helicopter cam as we're going through the S's here at Bahrain. As we're watching Edu, Fern, and Krispy as Cody's are messing up the order.
Yep, my grid's going all crazy.
Yeah, Zanav is in P8. He is not in last as he fixed himself. And as you can see, we got some of the runners further back starting to catch up to these guys. Starting to close the gap with all this fighting. As Daniel gets a 5-second time penalty for swinging in the pits, and he has retired the car.
He retired in the pits. Well, that's 2 drivers now to be doing that.
That's our second driver out of the race, as we are still under racing speed. As we're still watching this battle, and Edu tried to see if he can move down to the inside to make a move, but at last cannot. And is thinking about it. Oh, that might have been contact. I don't know though. As we're
he just lost
3 ducks in a row going down to turn 4 as there's contact. As Edu did touch Fern and Krispy did touch Edu. So we're all this close together, so very tight racing here through the S's. We may get a move done here in the DRS straight coming up here in just few seconds. They're all this close together that it can happen. Heavy on the brakes. Everyone locked up there. Let's see what Krispy's doing. He's using everything. But he's not going to have enough to get it done.
Krispy is saving a lot of ERS here. He has about...
Krispy has the most out of all these three.
Yes, he has 92%. Which, if I were him on the backstory, I would be using all of that in that DRS zone. As Fern spins!
Fern just spun out of nowhere. I don't even know what happened there to Fern. Very confusing. As Fern drops all the way down to P10, it's now a two-horse fight for the final spot on the podium for the moment. As it is now Krispy and Edu. The pit window has just opened for Krispy, I do believe, for a stop for the hards, making a one-stop race. As Krispy's going to go down the inside through turn 1. Will he get the move to stick? He will! Krispy's leading this race here in Bahrain as Edu's going to get DRS. Krispy tried to break the slipstream as Edu's going to have to fight the long way around. Is he going to get the stick? No, he's going to have to back out of it, but that was some great racing. But let's see if Edu can possibly get this position back on this DRS straight. I'm going to look at Krispy real quick. Is he going to use overtake? He is going to use it. While Edu's only using DRS.
And there's just a bunch of fake yellow flags going out.
Yeah. If Krispy could start getting some good laps together, he could start to catch the top two of Pirandi and Elaine.
As Elaine jumps into the pits as same as Krispy and Edu.
Alright, we'll see what these drivers come out to as Pirandi's leading the race here. Are they all going hards? What about Krispy?
Edu has gone on to another pair of softs.
No? Oh yeah! And has a terrible release! Or... don't know. We have a view of the pit lane. I guess we like the pit lane. But yeah, some new hard runners of Elaine and Krispy coming out on P910. Or P8. No, that's P910. See, we have a battle for P2 of Sither versus unsighted Port Sither, moving from last to third so far. As we'll look at positions real quick. Yeah, last to third right now for Sither. If only this was the final lap, this would have been an amazing race for Sither, but we have a long way to go for another 20 laps. And well, actually, Unsighted Port and some other drivers behind have a long way to go. Pirandi is the one who is going to have to come in the pit here soon. Is Pirandi coming in now? Pirandi's in the pits. We'll stay on board with Pirandi to see how far Pirandi does fall. Will it be hards? I can't tell yet. I do believe I saw white stripes. They are white stripes. They are hards. Pirandi's going to the end. I'm getting a little bit of a delay on the release. But will Pirandi come out ahead of Elaine? No. But will come out ahead of FRA Krispy. So these three drivers, Elaine, Pirandi, and Krispy, will be going to the end. But we're going to go on board with Sither. As Sither's right there on unsighted port. Zanav is in P3. It's not Kevin. We have a 5-horse race for the lead right now. The only one who's going to have to come in earlier is Sither, who's on the medium compounds. And then we talked about this earlier, Ghostly. I think Edu's actually go for the 2-stop of soft medium.
Probably because he went into the pits and he was on the soft compound tire first. Now he's onto a new set of soft, so he's going to go soft, soft, medium, which is a very interesting strategy around here, but a very
Yeah.
aggressive one too.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, nope, they're just trying to see if they can break the toe. I swore everyone was going into the pits for a second. We have a big fight. Wait, what's this? Alpha Kevin around the outside of Zinav. Can Kevin get the stick? We're still going side by side, and Kevin had to back out of it, but maybe not anymore with DRS wide open. Edo gets the fastest lap for the moment, and Kevin down the inside we go! Of turn 4. And Kevin's still there in P4. Great bit of racing, but couldn't get the stick for the spot on that podium for the moment. We're going to stay on board with this because we have a 3-horse race for P3. Oh, Ghostly, where'd he go? Oh, we lost Ghostly. Let's try to get him back. Alright, we'll try to get him back, but Alpha Kevin's still trying to get up to Zinav for potential P3 at the moment. But he's got Zyjab behind, trying to knock on the doorstep of P4 for the moment. I believe that's really the fight right now. Unless Kevin can get moved on here, he's not going to. Locking up from multiple drivers. All keeping it on the track. Bit of ghosting there. Or a glitch in the game. And we got Ghostly back in the booth. Welcome back, Ghostly, as we have side-by-side action from Kevin and Zinav, but Kevin couldn't get the move to stick, had to back out of it there. Yes. Oh. I sent you in there game with that. Oh. Jeez. Okay. Alright. Yep. Alright. Yep. Alright, we lost Ghostly completely, and now it's just me! Yay! As Alpha Kevin's trying to see if he can close up now to Zinav. We also have Sither and Unsighted Pork going at it for the lead of the race. Nice train of 5 drivers right now. As Alpha Kevin tries to even close up a little bit to Zinav. And the question is, for the medium runner of Sither, when are we coming into the pits? And it appears to be now! We are having a box. from Sither. So Alpha Kevin now on the podium, and Luciano falling down. Now we have a big fight right here with Luciano, Sink Stubbsy. Sink Stubbsy's gonna get by, and Elaine are gonna get by as well. Double overtaken, and Elaine moves up into P5. Yes, P5. Cody's in there switching up everything. It's making it a little confusing. Apologies. So Elaine now in P5, getting chased down by Stubbsy, Pirandi, and Luciano. What can we get from this? As we have some DRS. Pirandi passed Stubbsy, but can Stubbsy pass Pirandi? The answer is no, at least not yet. Very long race to go. So let's see what we can get out from this. Oh, and that is Luciano diving into the pit lane. So here we have Elaine and Pirandi going at it right now for P5. As Pump gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so he's some yellow flags everywhere all over the track. Pirandi trying to see if he can catch, but Zydra is now closing up a lot on Alpha Kevin for P3. As Zinav has dove into the pit lane. Maybe I'm confused. What's happening here? Going backwards? Forwards, backwards. Alright, we just glitched with Cody's. Sweet. But Pirandi back closing up to Elaine, but Kevin is closing up on Zydrab for P2. What can we get from Kevin and Zydrad here? With some DRS for Kevin. And these drivers will have to box here soon. They'll probably be boxing around lap 20 for those soft tires, or they'll be boxing around now for those mediums. Very interesting race so far. We only had 2 retirements, both in the pit lane of Chandler and Danny Rick. Unfortunate for them. But it's also been great to see that we've had some clean racing and no one retiring on track. And they're all going to the pit lane, the top 3. They're all going for mediums, I would assume. Will we have any more? No. Elaine takes the lead, followed by Pirandi. So 4 goes to the mediums. Zydrad and Kevin, mediums. We have a battle for the lead for these drivers who are going to the end. We won't have this for the rest of the race. I can't speak English anymore. It's Elaine and Pirandi. Followed by Krispy and Sither. having some technical difficulties. I will need a few seconds. We will have Elaine and Pirandi with a no controller screen. Alright, we are back. Gojira, that is inappropriate. Get out of here. Elaine on Pirandi, battling for the lead. Elaine trying to catch up, but Pirandi is just pulling away right now. Zinav did get by Sidder as Fern also got and Fern and Saipur going at it. And Zinav's having a glitch again. Elaine and Pirandi still going at it here. This is going to go on for the rest of the race, but we're going to move to Alpha Kevin, who's right there in this massive DRS train. Will Kevin be able to get by Fern here? And it's going to appear to be not yet, as it'll come to this DRS strip. DRS, and using every bit of overtake he has left. He's now fresh out. And it looks like there's a bit of contact there with Kevin and Fern. Kevin loses out a pretty big bit as Zydrad is now closing up. I know Gojira, Krispy is doing good. Right now sitting on that podium. But he is getting chased down from Zinav, who's not there in 17th, he's there in 4th. As FRA Pump has entered the pit lane and is now leaving the pit lane. But Elaine has taken the lead. Something happened there to Pirandi that we missed. I don't really know what happened, but all of a sudden he's about 2 seconds behind. I don't see any wing damage. Maybe we just got a little bit loosey-goosey. But we're started 10 laps to go. We're about to have 9 here once we cross the line. It's been a very exciting race to start this season. Once again, for all of you just joining us, Danny, Rick, and Chandler have retired in the pit lane early on in this race. And Elaine and Pirandi are our top 2, followed by FRA Krispy. And it's Zinav who's having glitch with the game. That keeps starting him down 17th. There he is. Sither, Unsight Sports, Zydrad, Kevin, Fern are the top 9 who have all the train that everyone else is spread out along the way. So let's move to Unsight Port, who's right there on Sither, battling for P5. Yes, Elaine is having an amazing race right now. For a quick moment, we will look at some information. Everyone has stopped. Elaine has gained 1 position, while Sither's gained 15, Zydrad 12. And penalties, 3 seconds for Fern, Stubbsy, and Mitch, while Pump has 6. As Unsight Port just got past Sither. So I got to see that overtake. Nice overtake from Unsight Port to move Sither down. And we'll see what we can get from Sither, who is right now the game driver of the day for based off positions gained. As every Pump does the fastest lap of a 1:28.018. We'll move to Zydrad on Sither now, as Zydrad is about 3/10 away from another position. We'll keep an eye on this battle for a little while, as Pirandi is starting to really close up on Elaine. It's down to 7/10. Once it gets to about 3/10, we'll check in on that. Zydrad does get past Sither for P6 now. In our position there, as maybe a bit of contact there from Sither on Zydrad. We'll actually move to now Alpha Kevin, who is trying to close up on Sither. He's going to go down the inside. What can we get here from Sither and Kevin? Kevin's still there a little bit side by side. He's still there on the inside and has to back out of it to avoid contact there through the S's. Still some great racing here to have, as Kevin was just there on a lane. It did pop down 3/10, but it's now fallen back. And Pirani trying to see if he can close up, while Elaine has a lot more ERS to use than Pirani. So Elaine's going to be at an advantage. But one thing he'll be at a disadvantage of is that Pirani's getting DRS. He's going to close this down fast. As we are now on lap 23 of 29. Nice battle between Pirandi and Elaine here for the lead. Pirandi, even though he's about half a second back right now, is still putting a lot of pressure on Elaine, as Pump goes the fastest lap of a 27.952 down there in P15. Pirandi's starting to catch up to Elaine a little bit. It dipped under half a second, but it's just hanging around there right now. Brian Lane still going at it. We're actually going to move to Alpha Kevin now on Zydrad. There was a decent bit of contact there from Kevin trying to send it there on Zydrad. Can't push him out of the way though. Maybe a report on that, but we got some DRS's pump did just get past Mitch for P14. Mitch gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Keep an eye on Zydrad now, as Kevin's fallen back, and Zydrad may be able to strike on unsighted port, who's also there on Zinav. Chile did just get past Fern for P12. And what's this? What we have here? A VSC. The virtual safety car is out, which this may mean some things for the leaders now, as we're about to have 4 laps to go here in Bahrain. And they have cleared it. We have green flags again. We're back under racing speed. And 4 laps to go. Zydrad trying to close up to unsighted port, who is trying to close up to Zinav. We're going to say 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Big grasser from unsighted port. Fern gets a penalty. And unsighted port going to go side by side, going a long way around. Bit of contact. Still there, hold your line, and he's going to get by. That is now P4 for unsighted port. And Zydrad's going to move into P5, but he's still on the outside. Zinav pushing him off the track. Zinav heavily defending that position of P5, and Zydrad's just there sending it. And he's going to get it. That full send works here on lap 26 of 29. Zinav is driving it pretty aggressive as Kevin now. We're going to go on board with Kevin, as we're actually going to go off it because we're side by side with Sither. Pump has a 3-second time penalty, and Sither is going to get 2 and 1 here. But Kevin coming back. But Sither is going to hold on, but Kevin's going to try to fight with Zinav here for P7. Not going to work yet. But Sither, what a move from Sither, moving all the way up from P8 to P6 in one corner. A double overtake, that was very nice. Kevin sending it here in the final corner. And it's getting P7 as we're starting lap 27 of 29. We have 3 to go. But Kevin and Pirandi. That's not Kevin Pirandi, it's Elaine Pirandi, sorry. As they're side by side. And Elaine's going to hold off Pirandi for now. As we just saw, Pirandi was able to get there with Elaine, so not out the window that Pirandi can win this race. Elaine's got to do a lot of defending to get there, though. Elaine Perondi going at it as we're now in sector 3 of lap 27. We're about to have 2 laps to go here. The Bahrain Grand Prix. Will Perondi be able to pass this? Burrap sets the fastest lap of 26.824. We have lots of good racing from these two today. Hopefully we don't get an accident from these two. We would hate to see that happen here. Krispy though still running there in P4 at the moment. He's at 12 seconds back on the top 2. So I don't think Chris will get that done, but he should be able to hold off unsighted port for the final spot on the podium. As we're coming through the final corner to start the final lap of this race. Oh, and here comes Perondi around the outside. You have to send it now if you're Perondi, and he's going to go down the inside. Here we go, Perondi into the race lead. But here comes Elaine using overtake now. Elaine on the outside. He's going to try to sweep into the inside. It's a little switchback maneuver. And he's not going to get it done. Perondi's now leading this race. Can Perondi hang on? Elaine was our Season 1 champion. Will he start off with a podium, or will he just get a race win? This is still a long lap to go. We are in Sector 2 of 3, so Elaine's chances are starting to run a little thin now. But Elaine can still do it. He's got to use everything, though. But you got to think he is. Perondi's getting close to being out ERS. Mitch goes the fastest lap of 26.516. But Elaine now pumping it. Perondi's also pumping it. Heavy braking. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but let's watch. It's going to be Perondi for the first win of the season here in Bahrain. Perondi gets win number 1. And let's see, is that Krispy? That is Krispy. He did hold him off unsighted port, and Krispy gets P3. Great driving from all of our drivers. It's said they're crashed after the line, as some of our other drivers have. Oh, Zinav moved to P8. Great driving from everyone today. That was a great one to watch as pump around the final corner now to come across the line. And maybe Dallas moving to P13. We'll see. Dallas does move to P13. Then we have Mitch and Fern. That'll be it. Then we can get our final top 20. And there's Mitch, and Mitch ran the fastest sector 3. And there it is. The race is over. Who do they give driver of the day to? Zydrad. Good race from him. Good race from all of our drivers today. Especially Perondi coming away with the first win of this season. there is our podium celebration. And that's it. Final look at the podium. Pirandi, Elaine, and Krispy. So Krispy starting his season strong, unlike last season, getting on the podium compared to a DNF. But that's gonna do it from all of us today. And yeah, we'll see you next week at Hungary. Remember, Tier 2.